Hello YouTube and welcome. My name is Zadarkus and today I will show you a trick that you can use to climb the ladder easily. I know that many people have some problems climbing the ladder as they move on in the game, and sometimes the LP gains and losses are just too hard to overcome. But do not worry, because I have here the trick and the explanation on how you can go around it. Before we actually look at what you could do to climb the ladder more easily, first we should know two things. What is the LP and the MMR? These play a different role in the game and your position in the ladder, being the LP the league points you have in your current division and the MMR the matchmaking rating you have. The LP is well known to everybody and easy to understand. When you lose a game you lose LP, and when you win a game you win LP. Once you reach 100 LP, you'll enter in your promotion series to move up to the next division. Yet the MMR is not as well known and understood by everyone. First, we cannot see our actual MMR, but this is actually the most important number for our ladder, and I'll explain you why. I bet all of us already had moments where we win 21 LP when we win the game and only lose 14, and then other times when we win only 14 LP but we lose 21. I'm using this number as examples, of course, but you can understand what I'm getting at. Our gains and losses change as we play, sometimes being easier to climb even if we lose a game or two, and other times being really hard to climb the ladder as one loss alone cost us as much LP as 2 wins in a row. And this happens because of our MMR. Every division has an average MMR of all the players in it. For example, the average MMR of a Gold 1 player is around 1800. If you have 1800, you should win and lose the default LP. Yet when you move below or above the average MMR, the LP gains and losses change. For example, I'll be showing you what would happen to a player with low MMR and one with high MMR. If a player in Gold 1 with 50 LP had 1650 MMR, he would be way below the average. By this, when he loses a game, he would lose around 24 LP, yet when he wins one, he would only gain 12. This would make the climbing really difficult, and until he could get back the normal MMR, one loss would reset the 2 wins when it comes to the LP. Meanwhile, a player with 1950 MR in the same division would gain around 24 LP with a win and only lose around 12 LP with a loss, making it really easy to climb the ladder, as he needed to lose 2 games to reset the LP gains of 1 win. Now you may ask, then if the player with low MMR always loses more LP than he wins, how can he get back to the average MMR? The answer is that the LP has nothing to do with it. Even if he wins 2 games and loses 1, making him not gain any LP at all, he won 2 games that increased his MMR and lost 1 game that decreased it. By that, even though his placement in the ladder is the same, he increased his MMR. For example, player X had 50 LP, 1650 MMR. He won 2 games where he got 12 LP each, making him have 74 LP. Then he lost 1 game, making him go back to 50 LP. In the background, he won 15 MMR per win, making him have a total of 1680 MMR. And then, with the game he lost, he is going down 50 MMR. With that, he ended up with 1665 MMR. See how even with no LP gains, he did increase his MMR. In the long run, as long as he wins more games than he loses, his MMR will go back to normal, as will the LP gains and losses. Now you could ask, but why does he lose more LP than he gains, but the MMR gains and losses are around the same or similar? The answer is easy and you already know it. When you play a game, you always play with and against people close to your MMR. And if a team has a player with a higher MMR or a lower MMR, the rest of the team MMR will be so that the total MMR of the full team is around the same. Thus, you always play at your level, so the gains and losses are the same or similar. And we see this when we play a game in Gold 1, for example, and you have a teammate that is Plat 3 because his MMR is low, or is Gold 4 because his MMR is above the average of the Gold 4 players. After knowing this, the answer to climb the ladder is really easy, right? Increase your MMR so you win high amounts of LP and lose only a few. This is where the trick comes in. To increase your MMR, what you want to do is to increase your chance of winning, thus increasing your win rate and your MMR gains. The way you do this is to dodge the games that you either don't want to play because your teammates don't pull the confidence you need, or because you don't get a role you are good on. You will lose 3 LP for dodging, but your MMR will stay the same and you won't lose that game, so instead of losing 16, 19 or 21 LP, you only lost 3. Plus you didn't waste 30 minutes in a game, you only had to wait 5 if it was the first dodge. This may sound boring to do, but if you increase your chance of winning and only play the games you feel confident, you will win most of your games. By that, increasing your MMR a lot. Even if you lost 24 LP for dodging 8 games in total, your MMR has gone up to a point that when you win one single game you get the 24 LP back. Of course you will still lose games, but you are manipulating your win ratio by only playing the games that favor you, and once you get the normal MMR or MMR above the average, one game makes up for all the dodges. In the long run, the usage of this trick can make you jump divisions, something that happened to me on my second account when I jumped from Gold 4 to Gold 2. This happened because my MMR was the average MMR of a middle placed Gold 2 player when I ended my promotions on the Gold 4. I hope this will help you climb the ladder and maybe understand the system a little bit better. If you want a more in-depth explanation of the LP and MMR system, let me know as I'll do a video about it. You know that my name has been Zadarkus and that this video was made for you. Remember to subscribe and to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment because I will for sure read it. Be awesome, stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.